Okay, it is Saturday evening, about 7 o'clock, thereabouts, maybe a little after 7. In the evening, it's finally dropped to about 100 degrees out here. It was 110 midday. We're gonna start doing something with the cabinet while we're waiting for the volume on-off switch to come in. Well, I've yet to hear from OPAT on the acknowledgement of my email to him about the control. So I probably won't hear anything until Monday or Tuesday, possibly. All depends on how often he checks his email, and if I made it through the spam section of his email. So we're going to fill in the time getting this here prepped up. Now the only time I'll probably have to get this thing in a finished state after staining and before polycoating it, it's too darn hot to do anything in the shed during even mornings, late mornings, and all afternoon. It don't cool down enough in the shed probably until midnight, so I'm going to have any final finishing sprays that I'm going to plan on putting on this thing. I'm going to have to do it early in the morning, which means I'll probably have to move up my walking time from about 4:45 up to about maybe 4:30 or a little 4:15, which will probably be dark, but it'll get me back here before the sun get really high in the sky and start beating down on me. I mean, it got unruly in there up until, well, probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock. It was starting to get a little stressful. So we'll have to do all our finishing work, spraying, in the early mornings or late in the evenings after the heat is extracted from the shed, because you don't get any good finishes when it's hot or if it's too cold. I got double jeopardy there. So we're going to fill in the time waiting for the control. This here has a little bit of an issue with, I don't know if you can tell very good, because the lighting is not the best right now. Let's see if I can turn it this way. You see those skid marks right through there on the back quarter of the top? Well, somebody had sanded that and refinished it at one point and gouged it pretty good. So I'm going to try and get a lot of that down, and we'll take the rest of it. We'll take the rest of it out with some aqua coat. It's not really that bad a finish right now on the thing, but I want to get a lot better finish on it, and I want the contrasting bars here more pronounced, more dramatic than what they are now. This was dark, that was dark. Same way over on this side, and that's all there is that's dark. This trim up here, edge, and the feet on the bottom are kind of like an espresso color, and then everything else is like a mahogany or something like that. These radios did have a faux finish from this curve here all the way wrap around to the back there, in this band right here in the top, and likewise this here around the back corner had a full finish on it. So if somebody did finish this and strip it off, so and then just restained it. So we're gonna doll it up. We're gonna do our typical finish on the inside with the midnight blue to closely mimic the original Zenith cabinet interior color. So that's what we're going to do. Starting, hopefully, I can get started on it in the morning and get it sanded down, at least rough sanded to a point. I don't want to really have to take all the color out of it. We're just going to enhance it. So stay tuned for that. More coming. Okay, what's today? Tuesday. 15, 16, 17, 18. July 18th. It's about 6:45 in the morning. We got the cabinet sanded up and stained. Initial stain. It's done in dark mahogany, not dark mahogany, dark walnut. The inside of the cabinet has also been sprayed in midnight blue satin. I doused it up pretty good with stain. So we're going to let that sit and bake in the sun today. We had a burst of rain and hail yesterday, mid-afternoon, somewhere around in there. I mean, it came down good for about 15 minutes. But the canopy held up pretty good. It held up excellent, and the diversion screens, and my plants, they didn't get bombarded to oblivion and decimated. So we're gonna let this thing bake today, because it's a bit tacky, and then we're going to hit it with some light coats of sand sealer or poly, and let that cure. It's going to be humid around here for a few days, so we're going to have to let it sit for a good long time. I might keep it in the shed to keep it in the easy bake oven, so that it hardens up really good. So stay tuned. We're gonna have more coming. Yeah, this thing is it's really it's still pretty tacky, and I did that yesterday evening and stuck it in the shed overnight. So we'll see you on the next segment. Thanks for watching. Okay, on this volume control here for the Zenith 529, I still haven't heard from OPAT yet. I sent him 2 emails. First one had attachments to it that I thought might trigger his spam folder, but I sent a second one to follow up saying that, with no attachments, saying that please look in your spam folder. I don't know if he's on vacation or what. I do have his phone number though. I might just resort to calling him tomorrow if I don't have an email in my thing in the morning. So, but I did manage to, I bought some radios. You know, after last month, I wasn't feeling too good and didn't know whether or not I wanted to continue with this. But after some prodding by some of my subscribers, I don't know, I did my chin up, and just so happens every day about 4 o'clock in the morning I get 2 email dumps from eBay on some preset searches for radios. One is for tube radios, 30 to 49. The other ones are Zenith tube radios, 30 to 49. And they send me a selection of the latest ones as well as some of the older posts. And there was some low-hanging fruit. He's the Master had mentioned that there was a Silvertone 7039 available again, and I happened to run across it perusing the things on one certain occasion, and I forget what he was asking for it, but it was he didn't want to waste his time on it because it was rather involved. The last one I did was rather involved. It had a broken gear on the automatic tuning, which I wound up having to fix. It took a little doing, but it was doable and wasn't that difficult. But this guy just, I mean, he did not want to devote it. He said that the cabinet was good, but he wasn't going to waste his time on a chassis that had that friction type of automatic tuning in conjunction with the manual tuning thing. It was rather involved also, but not that bad. So after some prodding by he the Master, I decided to take another look at it, and I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a watch on it and see if I can trigger a response from him on a halfway decent offer. And lo and behold, I think it was about 3 or 4 days, he dropped his price to $9 for the radio. So or best offer, and I offered him 8, I think it was, and he took it. And it was about $60 shipping. And so there it sits. I got that in, when did I get that in? I got it in today. Today is Wednesday, the 19th, 18th, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, I got it today. Now, he had it all tore apart, and I said, please make sure all the parts are back on it and everything and tightened down, and please protect it from any further damage in shipment, because I've had problems. This came via UPS, and I don't like UPS. I always use FedEx because, well, look at one of my videos on packaging and you'll see the way I do it. You'll see the final result anyway. This one here came in earlier. It came in last week. I don't know. This is the one that was ERL, but I found it under Sentinel, and I think it's about a 1940s. That one there, it's got the top blown off of it. It does, I mean, it's completely loose. and the sides are coming apart and the base is coming apart. But this bezel plastic, I think it's tenite, but I'm not sure. It might be Bakelite. It hasn't shrunk or deformed to any significant degree. So that one there is going to be a major overhaul. This one got in today also. This one here is that 4563 silver tone with a gold dial and an eye tube. Hopefully you can see it all right. The cabinet's in great shape except for this veneer right in here and that veneer on that side right in there. It's all warped and coming unglued. I think I might be able to just go ahead and strip it down and put some fresh veneer on it. The rest of this in between here is all hardwood. This here side and wrap around here is veneer. All the knobs are there. The glass is intact. This here hasn't done too bad. This here might be tenite though, but let's see. It has a top mounted speaker, which I really don't like these, but this one here's got some heavy cloth on it, so there, and hopefully there's a dust cover on the coil, on the voice coil. This one here is that L740. Hopefully you can see it all right without the glaring and everything. It has a missing button on it. I've got some Umu smooth on coming in. I'm going to snap one of these other ones off and take the best one out of the bunch and see if I can reproduce one. And if I can, I'll reproduce them all and redo them. The knobs are all intact. The glass dial is still in good condition. That has a top mounted speaker, and I think the last one that I did of this had an issue with the speaker voice coil because the top grill cloth was acoustically transparent, and after a period of time it shrunk up and dirt got in it, and it had no dust cover in it. But I got it corrected. So that one there is another one that I've got, and of course I still got this 355 Philco slant front, 9-button with a push off and a button band switch between FM, shortwave, and broadcast. This is the one some time ago I said that I had ordered and paid for the dial glass because the dial glass that came in this one broke, and I got a little teed at that, so the guy gave it to me, gave me my money back on it. So that one there didn't cost me nothing, and I did order it and I did pay for it. I wasn't sure whether or not I ordered it and paid for it. I thought I ordered it, and then I thought I paid for it, and after I got a notification from Radio Days that your order status has changed from processing to shipped, and I thought, I'll be darned. Double checked, sure enough, I ordered it and paid for it. So I wasn't lying, but I wasn't sure. So, and this is that this is the and I think it's a GE, that export GE, and I think that's it. All the radios that I bagged in. So looks like we're going to have a whole heap of fun here pretty soon, and it's getting hot. So I don't come out here between 9 and this time, which is what, about 6:30. So because it got to 105 today, got to 107 yesterday, got to 109 the day before, So okay, that looks like it's going to be it. I do have the top on the 529 cabinet. Well, I did get it all I'm swimming now. No, I'm drowning. I stained the entire cabinet and painted the inside, and I topped the whole top of the cabinet with aqua coat and let it dry thoroughly for a day, and then I managed getting it sanded. Now I got to do the front sides and get those on the way, but that's going to happen tomorrow morning after I get done with my morning walk. So everything is inching along, so stand by. We might have to jump into another victim before I get anything back on this, and I'm waiting for stuff on that because I can't do any finish coatings on that cabinet during the day. I can only do it early in the morning or late in the evening. So I mean, it's going to be snail pace for a while. So thanks for watching.